Alright guys, this is my first branded DESPIA test hand video. I don't want to go over the list yet because I'm not confident in it. This is preferably for going second, so I will be drawing 6 cards. And I'm going to play for no interruptions because YOLO. This is also on my new phone, so I'm sorry if this looks really zoomed out. The lighting looks better from my angle, but I don't know until I actually see it in the editing. So let's shuffle. And also, if you're wondering what happened to my hand, burns at work. So let's get some shuffling in. This is 40 or 42 cards. I don't remember. But hopefully it works better nonetheless. So get the shuffle. And a decent cut. My Dark Magician Dragon Lord token up here. That my brother actually made using like an old LOB Blue Eyes we had as a kid. Or LOB DM. So we will cut and put the dramaturgs at the bottom because fuck it. We will draw 5. We have branded lost, branded opening, so this is already a great start. Branded in red, super poly, allure, and then the 6th card because we're going second. Well, it's droplet, but droplet won't really play into the combo too much. So, actually, let's play without droplet. We're going to take these, as you already know what they are, in my hand here. Tripod is a lot taller than the other one, so I apologize if I'm holding it like right in front of the camera because I'm standing up behind it. It's easier for me to see if I do it like this. So, first off, sleeves are a little dirty too. In draw phase, you're going to do opening. Here, it depends. If you're going second, you probably want to keep the branded in red and discard the allure. But here, because I'm probably going to get greedy, depending on what I search off of lost, I'm going to actually discard the branded in red. That will get the deck. We will special summon the Aluber. Yes, I am playing Regeki, so... Because going second, I don't like Dark Ruler because I want OTK, but I might go back to Dark Ruler. Then we'll do a Looper effect on summon in the draw phase, obviously, and that will get us our copy of Branded Fusion. I got a double case tournament on Sunday for the Megaton, so we'll see how that works. Hopefully, pretty decent. I don't know why Ecclesia's down there. I'll just slide her in. Need to get some new sleeves. Might do some Invoke Testhands too, just because I prefer to play that deck. Here, before you do Branded Fusion, you activate Branded Loss. Opening is engraved, which means you have protection for your fusions. Did I not search Branded Fusion? The hell? Did I put it back in the deck? Like an idiot. Fuck it, what? Damn, we're not going to shuffle because we're going to go right back in. So, from here... Yeah, it's not in the floor, so... Here we will go Branded Fusion. This hand does lose the Ash. But we could play around in the gate with Super Poly, so... Again, we're going no interruptions. So we're going to send Tragedy. And we will be sending one of our ulti... Well, Albaz. Ironically, I am on 3 Albaz in the main, but I have a 4th one right here. That's also an ulti. So if anybody wants one, they're like $40. I'll sell it to you for $20 because that's what I paid for it. So if anybody wants it, hit me up in the comments. We might work something out. I think they're going for like 40 anyway. I don't know. I could be wrong. Put those 2 up there. We will summon out our copy of, I just hit the tripod, Rebellion. Then we'll do Rebellion 1, Lost 2, Tragedy 3. Here, because I want to keep the Super Poly, I will actually... Tragedy's probably going to search as ad-lib here. And we're going to do a very stock standard Despia play. We're going to draw it anyway. So let's discard the Allure. And so we'll do Tragedy 3, Lost 2, Rebellion 1. I think that's what I said anyway. So we will search out our copies of Adlib. You could search Mercurier here and discard the Super Poly and use a lure like that if you wanted to. I'm not on Mercurier right now because I don't think it's very good for going second. But we're going to get the Albion here and we're going to draw and deck fin a little bit, which is always good. And then we will shuffle back Albaz and our Lebellion. So probably should have waited to shuffle, to be honest. And that will summon out, before I forget, our Mirjay. Summon it in defense if you're going first. Play around like Lightning Storm and shit. Now we have Super Poly, Adlib, and Albion in hand. So we'll go ahead and do Albion effect, so don't have to shuffle again. We use Albion, which will send us our copy of... Am I on Retribution? That is the question. I am not. We already have Opening Engrave. Retribution would probably be good here, so I might add it back into the deck. I guess we could send another copy of Albaz, so we don't draw it. Because we already have Opening and I'm not on Retribution or Sword. So, yeah, let's send the Albaz. And we're going to shuffle. And we're going to cut. We're going to draw one. We drew Tragedy. That's irrelevant. Now we have Super Poly, Adlib, and Super Poly. And we have... This is our grave. Now we will declare the effect of our Mirjade to banish our Aluber. Obviously you would send for Cossurs, but I'm doing it out of order because fuck it, it's YouTube. Send that. Set the Super Poly, and then in the end phase, you will set your copy of Branded in Red. Now this is where you can lose the Bestials. If you make Lebellion instead of Albion first, you don't really lose the Bestials as hard with pure Despia. But granted, your Branded in Red target can still get Bestialed or DD Crowed. So now you're going to set this. You have Super Poly set as well, so it's not the worst thing. Then on your opponent's turn, they're going to be doing stuff. And eventually you're going to go Branded in Red, target the Albaz Engrave, which will add it. Then you will fuse with your Tragedy, your Adlib, and your Mirjade, which will banish them. And then you're going to have 4 chain links, which will summon out your copy of Guardian Chimera. And Chimera, because you use 2 from hand, will draw 2, pop 1. You'll probably do Tragedy. You Chimera 1, Tragedy 2, Adlib 3, Lost 4. So Lost, because you did successfully fusion summon, let's get Branded in Red out of the way, will get you out your copy of Albion again, so you can draw next turn. I say Chimera 1, Tragedy 2, Adlib 3, Lost 4. And you'll do your Adlib, the special back, your Mirjade, which is live, because it's the soft ones per turn. Here's our hand, and then Tragedy. We'll search you, your Dramaturge. Actually, do we want Dramaturge here, based off what's engraved? Honestly, instead of Dramaturge, we'll get the Aluber. Dramaturge is something I'm kind of like thinking about cutting. But the 3k body when you're going second works a lot better than like not having it, and helps you OTK. If you're going second, I've noticed Branded in Red isn't super useful when it comes to OTKing your opponent, but it can be. It just depends. I'm only playing 2. I might play it at 3 though. So here's our current hand. Then Chimera will, because we use 2 from our hand and 1 on field, we will pop 1 and draw 2, so we will shuffle. So I don't remember if I did or not. I probably did, and I look really stupid right now. And then we will cut and draw 2. And that is a lure and a lure. So we could have searched a dramaturge here, but maybe not. We could just drew the lure anyway. And then we also do have the Super Poly set. So pretty correct. We ended up with 5 cards back in our hand with Super Poly, assuming Brandon and Red went through. But if not, worst case, we still have Super Poly, which would we'd still search off lost anyway. So anyway, let's get into the next test hand here. Also, while I'm putting cards back in here before I make the cut in the video, let me know if you prefer this camera or the other one. If you want to see the other one, go watch like older deck profiles, and you will be able to see it. I prefer this one from my viewing angle. I really won't know until I'm editing, but I probably will prefer this one. This one is a lot newer than my old phone. So we'll do that. And, well, actually, I won't cut because I got all the cards put back up. So we'll get a shuffle in on camera. Actually, just cover my hands there. I gotta get used to recording like this. The tripod hits, it's because I'm shaking it. It's not like my old tripod, which actually I'll grab it, it's right over here, is this one, which is a lot shorter because I can fit it standing up on screen. And in some deck profiles, you'll see the middle leg sticking out. But this one actually stands on the floor and it's taller. So I'm kind of like hitting it as I'm like moving back and forth. Because I'm like swaying a little bit. Sorry, I just moved the camera. But anyway, let's get into the test hand. Because I did shuffle, but let's cut. Good old cut. We'll do this and we'll do... Let's go second this time. Against like Dragon Link, Bestial. So you got Super Poly, Allure, Droplet, Branded Fusion, and Tragedy. For our first 5 hands, and our 6th card is Branded Opening. So what we would do here in draw phase, if this was Imp, you could just send Droplet, or just use Droplet. But they're probably ending on, let's say, Boral and Boral Savage, Bestial Lebellion, and that would be it. So we got 2 negates and then Branded Beast, which like pops a card or something. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am wrong. But here, because we don't really have to use Branded Opening, so we'd Super Poly. I'd honestly probably just discard the Droplet. And then Super Poly the Boral End and the Boral Savage. Here you have some options. You could either make, or you can't make Stapelia, but you can make Garua or Starving Venom. If you're going for the OTK, either one's fine, and obviously if they destroy this and you can't get the OTK, you get a draw. So, but because I want to kill them, and for the purpose of this video, and I did this at locals the other day, I OTK'd Dragon Link through this, using Starving Venom, but they did pop it, but it didn't matter. I also opened double Super Poly, but I don't think that mattered. I think I would have OTK'd him anyway. So we have Starving Venom, and from here we could Opening, but I don't really, because we are still in the draw phase, we could Opening, summon Aluber Search Lost, or Red. This wouldn't be bad. Red would get us... So if we discard Tragedy, Tragedy can search us Ad-Lib because we don't have a way to Poly. But Allure can get us a way to Poly by drawing Patchwork or Edgem Chain. So it's kind of, it's hit or miss. It really just depends on if you want to risk it for the Allure. But for the sake of the video, I probably won't. So honestly, what I would do here... oh, I don't have red, so... Do I want the Aluber in defense position, which really won't do anything? Aluber could search red. Sorry, and if I'm going second, Branded Lost isn't super applicable. I also get the Ad-Lib, so after I make Mirror Jade, I can always just do Branded in red. So in Mirror Jade, gonna get another Banish to out the Lebellion and then OTK, or if he summons like something else, like some fucking owl. Like, I could just out it again. So let's say, let's do the more fun route and do, I think I can kill here anyway if I go the allure. Let's go the allure route because I think I can just kill anyway. I still have a bestial rebellion in defense, which I think has 25, so we're going to go allure. Obviously now we are in the main phase. Always declare your phases. So the only one I don't care if you declare is when you draw, because off here in draw phase, when you can say standby main or just not say anything. Or just say thinking and draw, and then you'd be fine. So we're going to do allure, draw Poly, which is really good, and Albion. That will... See, now we can do some cool stuff. We're obviously going to banish the tragedy. Now it's, what do we want to search off of? We'll move the grave right here, and we'll put the banished right below there. If we get a Luber, what does a Luber get us? Probably nothing. A Luber can search Lost, which we already have our Lost target in hand. So, it's kind of interesting. So, for hand, I swear you might also want to play another Lost target if you're going first. Let's get the... I kind of want to get Dramaturge just because I have Poly. Yeah, let's get the Dramaturge because we have a way to Poly. And that's going to get us an extra 3k body. So we'll put that there. We got Dramaturge. Allure is engraved. Also, I forgot here. I'm going to act like I didn't, just because YOLO. When you summon Starving Venom, use the effect to gain Lebellion's attack, which is 25. 28 plus 25 is 53. So from here... I could do something kind of cool, but it's kind of greedy. Let's go... Let's go Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion will obviously dump a copy. We could go for Albion. And then fuse from hand by banishing the Dramaturge. And the Albaz, make Lebellion. Lebellion, shuffle back Albaz in itself. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We will send Ecclesia. And where is he? Our copy. There he is. The phone at Albaz. Let's go this way just so we get an extra 2,500 on field. And we have Poly. So we can make Cordis if we had to make Albion live, which will probably... If we don't kill, that's what we'll do. Did I just shuffle those into the deck like an idiot? Yes, I did. Alright, we'll send these two. Which will summon us our Albion. Because Lebellion cannot attack. And we'll do Albion effect. Which will banish the Dramaturge in our hand. And our... Here we could lose to another Bestial, which they might have also. But if they do, it's not a huge deal. We just probably want an OTK, which would suck. But we're going to do this anyway because it's more fun for the purpose of the video. So we're going to send these two to banished. Summon out Lebellion. Lebellion effect. What do we want to discard? We will discard the opening because it is a relevant grave effect. As one, and we'll do Dramaturge 2, which will special back our Dramaturge. And we'll shuffle back Lebellion. And our copy of Fallen Albaz. to summon Mirror Jade. If we did get Bestialed on the Albaz, I would just use this instead. And we'd still be on the same thing. Just we'd have like Cordis or something instead of Mirror Jade. But so current board state, in theory, they just have Lebellion. Branded Beast is, I think, if a Bestial is destroyed, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But from here, we will declare the effect of Mirror Jade, which I'm going to try to poly. We will send Titaniclad because I'm going to poly off the Albion anyway. To the grave. To banish the Lebellion. We're going to assume the board is clear. And now we obviously have game from here. Unless they did Bestios at any point, which we're assuming they didn't. And they summoned something else. But then, let's say hypothetically we didn't kill him. In the end phase, I would poly, use the Dramaturge and the Albion. So we get Albion and Grave. To summon out our copy of... You can go for Masquerade or Cordis. Preferably Masquerade. They would probably kill himself after this point if they somehow play through it. Or get closer to it. And maybe make a misplay. And then in the end phase, we get Albion's effect and Ecclesia adds yourself back to hand. Obviously, we didn't do this, which we could have done. Oh, we didn't. So, in the end phase, we would set our copy of Branded in Red. Right here. And then we would end our turn. So, that would be it. We might have been able to go further if Albion was there. I might do, like, if I do another test hand video for Branded DESPIA, I might do a longer one and just do a bunch and try to crack, like, a Sword Soul board or D-Link or something like that. Not tier limit, because I don't want to associate with that deck at all. But unless I have to. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And let me know if you prefer this camera or the old camera. I just hit my lamp because I'm an idiot. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And peace.